Right, I tried to fix this video a number of times and I can't get the audio and video to go in sync in places. So please forgive me, but the audio is actually very good quality and my commentary and what Cecil has to say is the important part of it. So if it does go out of sync, that is why. I just couldn't get it back lined up properly. It went kind of nuts. I don't know. I couldn't get it back together. But anyway, let's get into the video. Cecil has a kitchen rant about Lyko, and this guy's 43 years old, and he's just unhinged about every comment that he gets on his YouTube channel, and yeah, I'm just covering that one today. It's going to be nearly 2 hours. Yeah. So let's get into it, folks. Just a warning before we start. I've reviewed the video, and it seems like I swore like a sailor. So, if anybody wants to count how many times I said the F word, feel free. But just to be warned, there is a lot of language. Thank you. So let's get into the video. Cecil has a bee in his bonnet about Logan again, so let's go into that for a bit. It's 45 flipping minutes. Unbelievable. Welcome to Kitchen Rants with Cecil. Oh, he's cooking. Or washing dishes or something.
Logan left me a comment. He said, "I'm Logan." It's like your 15th fucking account, bro. You are sickly addicted to the internet, boy.
Why don't you just ignore the comments like a normal person? Why do you have to feel? Why do you feel the need to pick on this young fella? You know, seems very cowardice to me, to be honest with you, that you have to pick on an 18-year-old to, to make yourself feel big.
Boy, I tell you, I guarantee you, if mine and yours and the Ghost of song would have took off, you would have been. You would have been riding my dick, being my buddy for this fucking musical wave, bruh. I guarantee.
It's funny the way Cecil changes his voice to make himself sound cool, and in the process make himself out to be a complete idiot.
I see it. Walking around acting like you're all cool because you got your music on all platforms. Bruh, it's $12. Thanks for encouraging me. Now I'm going to go put all my music on all music platforms. But the thing is with me, my beats are all original. I ain't got to worry about no copyright. I'll be able to earn all publishing of my own music. This dude literally said, "I'll never leave you alone." Yeah, because you're addicted to me. You're obsessed with me. What it really is a couple of your friends got you hyped up about your music, got you thinking you're all that, or some shit. I don't know. I ain't heard none of your new music. I don't know.
Oh. So why do you feel the need to have a kitchen rant about Lyko? I don't get it. Why don't you just ignore him if he pisses you off so much?
Probably sound like the same old shit we already hear from everybody else.
But you haven't listened to his music, so you can't judge it, so stop.
Gonna be trap shit. Still rapping about your girlfriend, bro?
You don't know. You haven't listened to his music, so you can't judge it, so stop.
Still rapping about your girlfriend? Or are you rapping about me? I'll bet you're probably rapping about me.
You're not that important. I doubt it if he's rapping about you.
I seriously would not doubt it. While you're doing little boy things living in your mommy's house, I'm doing real man shit, bro.
Yeah. Having kitchen rants about comments in your comment section. You do this every night, Cecil. You're 43 years old. You know, cop yourself up.
Y'all have no idea what I'm doing right now.
But you're going to tell us anyway.
It would blow your all's fucking mind if you knew how much I progressed as a person, bro.
That's not the first time you said that, and our minds weren't blown at the time. So I doubted if that's going to happen in this particular case. But you are going to tell us.
Y'all want to go around and call somebody a chomo because I was an underage boy and some girls tried to grab on me?
That's right, blame the victims. I'm not getting into this because I know the truth. I've seen the videos. I've made my mind up. They weren't altered. They weren't manipulated. We didn't take them out of context. You did what you did and you just won't own up to it. Why don't you be a man and just face your responsibilities and move on?
And I did the right thing and stopped the situation?
No, you didn't. And it happened a number of times.
Y'all are sick, bro.
You see, this is the reason why we're still after you, is because you call us liars. You're accusing us of putting out false information when you were the one that put the information out in the first place. So we don't like being called liars. That's why we're still on your ass.
Y'all don't know what a real monster is. Because if you think I'm a monster, then you obviously have it wrong.
You're the kitchen monster. The kitchen ranty monster.
I'm always around little girls and they're never in danger. Idiots. I don't commit crimes either.
Hold on a second. You said you're around lots of kids and they're never in danger. You putting them on a video, standing up for you, and you talking about child SA and stuff, that's putting them in danger, Cecil.
You know? But all it shows, Logan, for you to sit there and say, I'll never leave you alone, all that tells me is I live inside of your head rent-free.
Cecil, why didn't you just finish the dishes and then do the video? Why do you have to do it in the middle of the video and make all that flipping noise so we can't hear you?
I live inside of your head. And why do you feel that you gotta compare yourself musically with me all the time? Tells me you're jealous of me musically, bruh. You ain't
I doubt it if he's jealous, Cecil.
on my level, buddy. I don't give a fuck. You think that you got the advantage because you're young? Your age don't mean anything but getting a record deal. Where your music platforms are doesn't make a difference on whether or not you get a record deal. How fast you rap doesn't make a difference whether you get a record deal. None of that matters for a record deal. You want to know what matters? You want to know how you want to get a record deal? I'll tell you right now how to get a record deal. But you'll never get a record deal. You'll be a loser 40-year-old just like me when you're 40.
That's a bit rich coming from you. Actually, there was this person called Lindsay Sterling that used to do what she does, violin hip-hop. And she was on America's Got Talent or something like that, and nobody would give her a record deal, so she went on YouTube and she became successful through YouTube. She didn't need a record deal. And actually, sometimes when you get involved in record deals, they take a big cut of your money and they have a lot of control of what you do.
You'll never amount to it.
That's fucking rich coming from you. How fucking dare you say that this young fella is never going to amount to anything? What a fucking scumbag.
Too many people trying to be rappers. You'll never make it.
Lyko, I hope you're not listening to this fucker. Because this guy is just... I think this guy is actually jealous of you.
You have to have your own fan base. You have to go viral.
You're putting out all this information. You have to do this, you have to do that. Why haven't you done this? You're 42 years old. If, you know, you're very quick in putting out the advice and that, but you haven't done it yourself, so what are you talking about? Doesn't mean anything.
Why do you think all these famous rappers are on YouTube doing skits and shit? You have to go viral, bro.
Cecil, why do you keep standing in that place in the kitchen where the flipping, the light shade is blinding us all? You've got no respect for your viewers.
At least 1 million people have to listen to one of your songs. At least 1 million. You got to get at least 1 million one time. Otherwise, you will never have a music career.
I'm sure he's listening to you, and he's got a notebook out and he's taking notes, Cecil.
Ever. And I'm just being frank with you, and I'm not saying this because I'm trying to knock you down.
Well, you are, actually.
I'm just being realistic. Most rappers these days don't even want to rap until they're already famous. See, I'm a lot smarter than you people think I am.
He's 3 years old, and he's standing around his kitchen getting pissed off with comments on his YouTube videos. And that's the content that he's putting out lately. Despite people giving him $300 to give his cat some medical attention, and instead of actually making $300 worth of good content to say thanks to these people, he's standing in his kitchen talking shite.
See, y'all think y'all know me, but you don't. I've never wanted a record deal. It would have been nice. It would have helped us financially, but I never wanted the fame. I never wanted to be popular. I never wanted a bunch of views. I care less. The less attention I draw to myself, the better I am.
Stop talking shite, Cecil. You're an attention seeker. That's why you're standing in your kitchen talking shite, hoping that people would give you some sort of attention and feel sorry for you. But they don't. They do actually watch your videos, and we make fun of them because it's fucking funny sometimes.
I don't like people staring in my face, judging me all day. I don't like it. I don't care what people think of me, because most of what people say about you when they're talking bad about you is shit that ain't even true anyway.
Yeah, well, if, you know, a normal person, if they say something that isn't true about you, you just fucking ignore them, block them and move on. You know, I can't understand why you have to spend 8 years arguing the same arguments that isn't actually a proper defence at all. And, you know, to this day, you're still going around like you're in a hamster wheel. You're not getting anywhere talking the way you're doing it. You know? If you want to protest your innocence in that, put forward a proper defence. Otherwise, people are just going to, you know, take your word for it that you said 8 years ago. And that's what we're doing, Mark. You haven't put a proper defence forward in 8 years, and that's why we're still at you. Do you know?
So it really doesn't bother me, dude. I could totally ignore you and make shorts all day and eventually go viral if I wanted to. I don't want to. What's important to me is making a realistic dollar that can realistically feed my daughter and realistically make our dreams come true. And our dreams are not in celebrity. They're not.
Well, it's a good job, because I don't think you'll ever be a celebrity. You may become famous for all the wrong reasons and that, but you're never going to be a celebrity. Ever. You know? You might become famous on YouTube for being a complete and utter goon, but that's about the height of it.
Our dreams are not to be celebrities. It's not my dream anymore. I'm 43 years old.
And you're still standing around your kitchen talking absolute shite and whinging about your critics. We all get critics, Cecil. You get more than most because of what you said and done, and your arguments back is just ranting in your kitchen. And sometimes I find it hilarious because you trip over yourself all the time. And you don't help yourself. You just make the situation worse. Which is kind of comedic in itself.
So you would think somebody like you, if you wanted to compete with somebody, or compare your rap skills with somebody, you would think that you would do it with somebody your own age group.
What are you cooking, Cecil? I hope it's nice.
But because I'm considered one of the Covington, Kentucky hip-hop people with a name, at least in the city, you want to compare your skills to me. Don't compare it to me. Compare it to somebody younger.
But see, the thing is, you see, so your stuff lately, all you're doing is actually just dissing your inverted commas, your haters, and it just sounds fucking lame, Mark.
Guys, I'm in trucking school. I'm in the process of getting my fucking CDLs, dude.
I knew you were going to fucking tell us eventually. You driving a truck. God help us. God help those road users in Kentucky. But good for you, Cecil.
I'm driving commercial vehicles and shit, bro. Like, I'm doing big things now.
Good for you.
So, y'all have no idea where I'm about to take my family. And as a
In a truck.
43-year-old man, it's realistically somewhere plausible. Not a big dream that I'm hoping something lucky happens. Let me tell you, touring will not get you signed. Being around famous people, opening up for famous people is not going to get you signed. Trust me, I opened up for Nappy Roots, Young Buck, D12, a bunch of them. And only Young Buck and Nappy Roots actually reached out and talked to me and hung out with me.
That's probably bullshit, too.
And Trick. I'm just being realistic with you. Stop living a fairy tale dream and go get a job and help your mom for once.
Who the fuck does this guy think he is? I mean, like, you know, when you look at this situation, this guy is standing in his kitchen telling this 18-year-old what to do with his life, while he's standing in his kitchen whinging about his haters. I mean, like, what a fucking existence. Look at you.
Your mom dealt with 3 little dirty boys who would go to school every day, come home and play video games, get on the internet, and not clean up after yourself all the time. You know why your mom got mad about me going in your house to clean?
Hey, excuse me, that's personal. You shouldn't even be sharing it on YouTube. You know? But you're a scumbag.
Cleanse it from evil spirits? Because you...
It only took you a couple of minutes to go into his house to fucking rid the place of evil spirits. You. I mean, like, if somebody went into my kid's house because they were trying to get rid of evil spirits, I would call the police and get you taken away in a fucking straitjacket. Cop yourself on.
He was embarrassed at how dirty you had the place.
Well, that's
Get
personal.
up off your lazy ass and clean your own shit before you talk about somebody else's. Funny thing is, I grew up in poverty, poor. So, well, my mom was a clean freak, and she made her kids clean.
I knew it was noodles he was putting. Excuse me. I knew it was noodles he had in the microwave. It was just a guess.
Or she whooped our ass. But that was back in the 80s. So we didn't live in a dirty house. We wasn't allowed to. We'd get our fucking ass wore out.
Good for you. But how dare you fucking get personal on YouTube and talk about other people's fucking way of life and what, you know, how they grew up and their circumstances. That's none of your fucking business. Prick.
All my haters is doing is using you as a local fucking puppet to fuck with me.
Or you still salty about the interview with Master Shredder and RV. Jesus Christ, Cecil, I was, what was it, 6 or 8 months ago.
That's all they're doing. And you're too naive to see it. They're probably promising you money. Oh, go put something in this mailbox, I'll throw you $100, blah, blah, blah.
Now you're just making shit up.
All this corny shit. If anybody encouraged you to commit a federal crime by walking up on my mailbox and putting bullshit in there, then those ain't your friends.
But Cecil won't be able to shoot you because he sold his guns. I think he tells us in this video.
But I'm talking to a wall because you're mentally ill, bro.
How can you diagnose people's mental illnesses? I mean, like, you do that all the time. I'm mentally ill, or V's mentally ill, Order of Magnitude and his wife's mentally ill, Random News is mentally ill, RV Charity Drive. How come we're all mentally ill? You know, I mean, like, you're not a fucking doctor. Shut the fuck up.
You messing with my mailbox and me having cameras all over the fucking place, you're not smart.
And you're not smart either when you told everybody you just sold your guns.
How many accounts have I blocked? It's
millions. You probably blocked most of the internet now. So there's no point in having a YouTube channel because every time somebody says something that doesn't agree with you, instead of having a proper dialogue, you'll just block them and then make a video in your kitchen being salty about it.
Shows that you were already a troll from the very beginning anyway. You already had fucking 50 fucking troll accounts lined up ready. And nobody victimized you, dude. Even if you did grow up witnessing people do pills, that's not abuse.
What it is if you're misusing those pills. There is such thing as prescription drug abuse. It's very common around here, actually. People misusing prescribed medicine. You know, if you're sniffing your medication, that's abusing the medication, and it's not taking it the way it's supposed to be taken.
If you witness people around you doing pills, that's not abuse. That means, man, there's people who grew up in the hood and they witness murders every day. Little boys. Go to LA. There's a dead body in almost every corner, every fucking alleyway.
No, there isn't. I watch a lot of Scientology protests in LA. None of the protesters have come across a dead body in the last 6 or 8 months that I've been watching.
Little kids run across that shit all the time.
What's that got to do with anything?
People get gunned down in front of little kids. Little kids get hit with stray bullets all the time in LA. You don't know what abuse is, bro. Didn't nobody victimize you. Even if you did see me snort a pill, which you didn't, it wouldn't be abuse.
It is, actually. It is. If you're prescribed medicine that has to be taken orally, if you're sniffing it, that's abusing your medication.
Because when somebody's trying to mentor you, you don't do as they do. You do as they say.
God.
And have I ever led you into a dark road? Have I ever told you anything that was not good? Have I ever told you anything that wasn't cool? Have I ever encouraged you to commit a crime like mess with somebody's mailbox, which is a federal offense?
You're big into the messing with people's mailboxes thing. I can't believe you're still salty about that. It's just a fucking letter, Cecil. Get over it.
No. Have I ever did anything to you personally? Have I ever done anything to you at all?
Well, have you sniffed your prescribed medication in front of them? Yes.
No. What have I done to you? I didn't have to work with you. I'm not on a high level or nothing, but I'm on a higher level than you are musically.
No, you're fucking not. All you're doing is making songs talking about fucking Shredder and RV and shit. Just these old fucking salty diss tracks. And they're fucking stupid.
At least on a local scale. So I didn't have to work with you. And I definitely didn't have to put you on our beat for free. You're not even motivated with the music anyways.
How do you know? You don't watch his videos. So I can't understand how you're fucking telling him what he's not doing right and stuff when you don't fucking listen to his music. You know, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
And if you are, you're probably being told what to do by your friends. You're a follower, you're not a leader, bro. You do what everybody else tells you to do. You don't do what your mind and heart tells you to do. You're not smart. You'll follow your friends and foes and my haters right off the edge of a bridge because that's what they'll lead you to.
The assumptions is the king of all fuck-ups.
I used to care about you. I don't care about you no more. Cause now,
well, if you don't, stop talking about him then. I can't understand why you're standing in your kitchen being salty about him again. You know, it all kicked off fucking, you know, in recent times, just over a fucking comment about Kobe Bryant ghost box sessions. And he accused you of being a clout chaser. And then you said, well, you know, I do this for views. And then you deleted the video to cover it all up. Because I know it happened because it was there. Random News did catch it and has it in one of his fucking videos. But he had caught it before you deleted it. But I actually was in the comment section and I was saying, you know, why are you getting salty with this guy when he said you were a clout chaser and then you admitted to doing these things for views. And then you wouldn't shut up about him. You know, get over yourself, for fuck's sake. Move on. It's getting boring now.
Now that you're older, I believe that you are a shitty person. You are not a good person. By far. Just because you talk polite and talk nice in people's face doesn't mean that you're a good person. You are a snake. You talk shit to people. And then you run and hide when they confront you. Like when I came to confront you for trolling me, you didn't even want to come out of the house. You sent your brothers to me.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he was underage and you called to his house. I mean, that's fucking cagey in itself, Cecil. Do you know? So you'll go on when this gets you into bother. Sometime in the future, you'll say that this fucking video's edited too.
Your brother should be encouraging you to do good things in life, bro. Like finishing school.
Well, why don't you take responsibility for your past actions that have been haunting you for the last 8 years? That's what a real person, real fucking responsible adult does. Instead of standing in your kitchen talking shit.
Graduating. If you haven't, I don't know. I don't look at you, bro.
Have you graduated, Cecil? I'm just fucking asking, like.
I don't know what you do. I don't look at your channel. I don't care about you.
Well, then shut the fuck up then. You gotta give him a second. His brain is trying to catch up.
All I want is people to leave me alone.
Well, stop fucking calling us all liars and so. Take responsibility for your actions and then we can all move on. And apologize to us for, accusing us of horrible crimes that we didn't commit. That's why I'm not leaving you alone, Cecil. Take responsibility, move on. Let's all move on.
And as far as I know, Shredder ain't bothering me. I don't know because I don't look to see. All I know is RB ain't bothering me. I don't know because I don't look to see.
Yeah, well, you should watch some of the videos. They're very good, actually.
Everything I respond to is from comments. That's it.
And you get salty about them. And then, you went through a phase of turning off the comments and that. Why bother be on YouTube if you're going to cut all your engagement, Cecil? I mean, like, you only put up comments that agree with you, and then you delete the rest, and then you block the person. I mean, like, why bother go through all of that just to make these fucking stupid fucking videos? I mean, they've got no fucking value. It's the same old shit for the last couple of years, like. It's getting old, like. But sometimes you slip up and it's funny.
I don't watch videos made about me. Because every time I tried to, it was always some bullshit that wasn't true. I'm not going to listen to bullshit. I'm not going to debate it. I'm not going to argue it. I'm not going to put my energy into it.
Correction there, Cecil. You're afraid to face the truth because you're a coward, that's why. You're afraid to watch other people's videos in case you're faced with the truth, which you will be, but you're just too cowardly to face the truth. That's why you avoid us. Actually, you should watch my last video. I wasn't that hard on you.
If I was guilty, guys, you wouldn't have to work so fucking hard in trying to prove that I'm guilty.
We didn't have to work at all. I didn't have to analyse your confession video. I didn't have to do that. But I did. All the pieces of evidence came from you, so we didn't have to do any work. We didn't have to do anything. You give it to us all on a fucking silver platter, like.
You wouldn't.
But the thing is, Cecil, if you were not guilty, you just fucking ignore it and move on, because you're not guilty. Instead, you're fucking arguing for the last 8 years, over and over again. You can't tell us where the videos are edited or nothing. I mean, like, you made the fucking videos. You should know where they're fucking edited. But you said in one video you don't know exactly where they're edited, but you know that they're edited. That doesn't make any fucking sense. They're either edited or they're not edited. And if they are, show us on a fucking video. And then you say, we don't give you time to defend yourself. You've got all the time in the world. You spend most of the time fucking standing in your kitchen talking crap, where you could sit down and make a proper video analysing all the things that you're arguing with, and go through them and tell us where these videos are edited,
Where we're taking it out of context. Exactly. You made the videos, you should know them better than we do.
You guys have worked for almost a decade with no validity besides videos of mine that you guys altered.
Well, show us where we altered the videos, Cecil. Exactly. Where did we alter the videos? You still haven't told us. You've had 8 years.
And denied altering them the whole time.
Yes, we're denying altering them the whole time because we didn't alter them. I've gone through the fucking videos. They're not altered. If they are altered, you should be able to tell us where they're altered, Cecil. I'm not going to go through this fucking argument with you over and over again because it's getting old.
That's all you ever had. Denying of altering my videos and my videos that you alter. That's it.
But all you're doing is standing in your kitchen talking shit, saying that we're all fucking liars and we altered videos. Show us where the fucking videos are altered so we can get on with things. Instead of going around in circles with the same old shit. Let's face it, Cecil, they're not altered. If they were, you'd be able to show us. Jesus.
But Hetty and I, we sold our weapons.
Oh, things must be getting really bad.
Don't feel we need them.
We don't feel we need them. That's not what you fucking said a couple of weeks ago. That you need your weapons for fucking to protect your family. You know, your First Amendment or your Second Amendment, whatever the fuck it is. You know, I have got a right to protect my family. But you sold your weapons, so now you're not protecting your family. Why did you fucking tell us that you sold the guns? And tell us, you know, your vulnerability when, you know, you have so-called stalkers, Cecil. You're not very bright, are you? I mean, you're supposed to be a security expert or a security guard. You don't give away fucking information like that. Well, let's face it, Cecil, you haven't sold the guns. Because you're a fucking liar.
We went ahead and sold them. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you that.
You're only telling us that because you walked yourself into this purchasing thing, controversy, because you tripped over a few things in relation to your expungement and stuff. So you don't want people talking about it. So he said, well, I've sold my weapons. Maybe you have, and you know you're in serious financial difficulty. I don't know. But I can be nearly sure that these guns are going to turn up in a future video and you say, oh, we bought them back. You know, I don't believe a word that comes out of your gob, Cecil.
That's what the fuck we did. We needed the money. I was unemployed for 2 weeks. Plus, nothing we do or have on this side of the world, my personal life is none of y'all's business anyways. It ain't none of y'all's business.
But you're going to keep telling us about it anyway. And we, you know, you keep entertaining us with some of your fucking antics and stuff and your personal life. I mean, like, you're supposed to be a security guard and supposed to be a good security guard, and you tell us so much about your personal life. I know more about you than I know about Order of Magnitude. And I would consider Order of Magnitude and Mrs. Magnitude a friend. But I know more about you, actually, because you fucking tell us everything.
If I'm still driving. I sold that car, dude. I'm being able to drive it right now, that's all.
Cool story, bro.
I sold it to one of my bosses.
Why would one of your bosses buy your shitty car? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that sounds disrespectful. But why would your boss buy your car?
But he don't need it right now, so he let me drive it until he does. Once his wife needs the other car back, when she gets back, I have to turn in the car. I don't own the car anymore. I couldn't afford to fix it. You see, not everybody has it like that. Not everybody has money. We're struggling.
Well, we all are struggling. Well, I'm struggling myself. I mean, like, we're going through a recession. We've had to tighten our belts and stuff, you know. But I don't know, Cecil. You do come out with a lot of fucking lies.
Now, I'm not going to take Eddie's car away from her that she needs to go to work every day to help take care of Xander just so I can have something to drive. It ain't like that. I don't do my family like that. It was my choice to sell my car.
But I thought you said you can drive it still.
But it was Hetty's choice to sell her guns. Those
Hold on a second. I thought you said they were your guns. They were Hetty's guns because she bought them because your name wasn't off the database or whatever, and then all of a sudden then they're your guns, and when it's convenient they're now Hetty's guns. Cecil, I'm not fucking stupid, like. Hetty doesn't have any interest in them guns you had.
were hers. Just because she shared them with me when I was legal doesn't mean they were mine. But everything we have, we share. Except for when I was a felon. When I was a felon, she would not share her Glock with me. She wouldn't. No?
That's very convenient.
I don't blame her. I don't expect her to break the law just to please me. So,
I think you just made that story up to get you out of a spot that you got yourself into recently by making videos about, you know, expungements and stuff and these receipts and that, and Hetty bought the guns and it was all legal and stuff, and you tripped over a few things. I'm not going to get into details about it, but I think you're just trying to worm your way out of a spot here.
and I never encouraged her to either. But y'all are making up lies saying that my wife made a botched purchase when she didn't.
Well, that sounds like that to me, to be honest with you. I mean, the way you explained it and everything. You know, it doesn't sound legit at all. But I haven't fully got into it because I just find it a little bit boring.
And since I've proven it to you, y'all shut up about it. You see, that's bullshit. You guys say shit about people, and you don't apologize when you get debunked.
You haven't apologised to us at all. You wouldn't even apologise to Order of Magnitude and his wife when you accuse them of horrible crimes. And I'm still fucking going to be on about it until you fucking do, because that pissed me off. And then when you find out that you put out misinformation, I'd like to apologise for the situation, but I will not apologise to Order of Magnitude and his wife. What a fucking coward. You could have just put up your hand and say you were fucking wrong. I'm sorry to Order of Magnitude and his wife for putting out misinformation. Just because you were fucking salty, you didn't have the balls to say you're fucking sorry to them. I'm sorry for the situation, but I do not apologise to Order of Magnitude. That doesn't make any fucking sense, Cecil. That wasn't an apology. That just being a fucking coward. You salty little bitch.
I shouldn't pay no attention to my haters, but it does feel good to prove you wrong. Remember when you called me a drug?
Oh, God. You never prove us wrong, Cecil. You never do. We sit here laughing at you, making a fool of yourself. Look at you. Standing in your kitchen talking absolute shite, being salty as fuck, and we're sitting here and we're laughing at you. That's what I'm doing now. I'm in my sitting room watching my TV. I have my camcorder facing my TV because for some flippin' reason, every time I try to screen record your videos, my computer takes a shit. Possibly because it's allergic to your videos. How come I can screen record other people's videos and not yours?
Drug addict? I have 3 job search piss results, urine analysis sample results right now that just came in today for jobs that I'm getting. All of them passed.
What do you want? Do you want a fucking medal?
How the fuck would I be able to do that if I was... But I can't show y'all because it's confidential.
Cecil, you give me a fucking headache. You change subjects so fucking quickly, like. Can we talk about one thing at a fucking time? Because it's giving my brain a fucking headache. It's about to explode. You know, the way you fucking talk about one thing and all of a sudden you change to a different subject. Talk about one thing at a time, for fuck's sake.
Now, if I choose not to work at one of the places, then yeah, I could show you. As long as I don't show confidential information. It's not a federal crime to show piss results, drug results. But if you want to keep the job, you can't do it. So, I don't have to prove... Like, I proved y'all that I was drug-free. Y'all used to call me a meth head, crackhead, drug addict. Why should anybody argue with you people?
Cecil, personally, I don't give a flying shit.
You make assumptions about people based off of biased claims and fake evidence, and then when they debunk you, you just shut up. You just get...
But you never debunk anything. You just stand in your kitchen talking shit. You've never debunked, you know, the confession video being altered and all the rest of it. If it is, fucking show us, Cecil, and we can all get on with our lives. Until then, I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to fucking cover your videos, and I'm going to take the piss whenever possible. Because God knows I need some comedy in my life.
quiet. RV didn't initially go after me over those bullshit rumors from when I was an underage boy.
You see, you said underage boy. You were a babysitter. You were 15, 16, 17. You lived with your aunt. Your mum's cousin, actually. But you consider her your aunt. I can nearly fucking rhyme it all off by heart at this point. But you were a babysitter, Cecil. And these other kids were 8 and 10. How the fuck is that proper, like? But then you wouldn't have to need to use that fucking argument if we altered the fucking videos. So, you know, you're fucking making all these excuses hoping that one of them will stick. But by making all the excuses, you fucking debunk yourself. You're making a fool of yourself. Are we going to go on for the next 8 years with the same old shite? I'm not going to keep arguing with you, Cecil.
He went after me because he was showing loyalty to his friend, Steve
Huff. You were about to say it, weren't you? You're Steve Huff on the fucking brain, Cecil. The Steve Huff Haitian community. And we don't even talk about Steve Huff anymore.
What's his name? Irish Steve-O. That's all he was doing. He was trying to be like Irish Steve-O when Irish Steve-O made a video about me a long time ago.
I'm sure RV has his own fucking mind. He doesn't go around copying everybody else or fucking... He does his own thing. He makes his own mind up. He's a fucking intelligent person.
And he was trying to be like Irish Steve-O when he started sending shit to my house, like stickers and shit. He only did that because Irish Steve-O sent stickers to my house.
Assumption's the king of all fuck-ups, Cecil. I keep telling you that.
Basically subliminally letting me know that they know where I live. Which is illegal. That's doxing, which is a crime. Nobody...
Cecil, do you like standing in your kitchen talking shit? Because that's what you do.
is supposed to know where I live.
Excuse me. Say that again.
Video about me a long time ago. And he was trying to be like Ira Stevo when he started sending shit to my house, like stickers and shit. He only did that because Ira Stevo sent stickers to my house. Basically, subliminally letting me know that they know where I live. Which is illegal. That's doxing, which is a crime.
But you doxed yourself, you dumb fuck. I know where you live. I know that there's a cycle, is it a cycle? A cycle sign outside your door. It's blue and silver, I think it is. There was a house across the road from you for sale. Shell station is just down the slight incline and off to the right, and it's on the first on the left. I know where you live, Cecil. Do you know why? Because you doxed yourself. You put out your own address on a fucking envelope on a video. I didn't get that information illegally. You put it out publicly yourself. But you won't take responsibility for your own fuck-ups. I've seen your fucking security cameras in your windows. I've seen your car outside your house. I've seen your streets. I've seen all of that. All from your fucking video with your address on a fucking envelope from that note that was put in your fucking letterbox that you were harping on about and so fucking pissed off that you forgot to fucking hide the address. That was your fucking fault. And I think you might have doxed yourself previously too, and your phone number on a piece of paper in a video. See, so you're not very careful with anything, are you? So, you know, you do all these fuck-ups and then you blame us for it. And then you wonder why we won't go away. We won't go away because you fucking keep fucking accusing us of stuff. Accusing us of things that you do.
Nobody is supposed to know where I live.
Yeah, nobody's supposed to know where you live, but you fucking put out your address and your phone number, and then you blame us for it. You donkey. You are a tube.
So once I catch somebody climbing on my porch, I'm going to hold your ass down until the cops get here.
Cecil, I'd like to see you hold me down in your porch. You little scrawny little fucker. There's not a fucking hope you can fucking hold me down. After all, I am a fat bastard, like you said. But you're a scrawny little shit. You won't be holding me at gunpoint anyway because you sold your guns. Cecil, sometimes you talk too much. You give too much out there. That's your fucking problem, Cecil.
And then when the cops get here, you're going to get arrested for slander. Not slander, that's a civil suit. But you're going to be arrested for stalking, terrorizing, harassment, trespassing, and a federal crime.
But nobody's doing that, Cecil. You're just making that shit up to make us look bad. And as far as the slander thing is concerned, you keep threatening people with slander, but you can't bring a case to court because you fucking slander everybody else. You know, you encourage all this. So that, you know, any slander thing that you bring to court is going to be thrown out. The judge is going to say, get the fuck out of here.
With someone's mailbox, because I have the cameras ready, bro. Straight up. And I already have the evidence that backs the fact that I am being stalked, I am being threatened, I am being blackmailed, and people have tried to blackmail me.
You've added blackmail to the thing now to make it even worse. Cecil, show us evidence of people being at your house and stalking you. You've got plenty of cameras, you should be able to show us some footage, but you never do. You seem to show everything else apart from the fucking crucial pieces of evidence. Cecil, you're full of shit. But it's funny.
Say this or else, or if you do this, I'll do that. That's blackmail, bro. That's illegal.
Do you know what else is illegal, Cecil? Having inappropriate relations with an 8 and a 10-year-old. I'm just telling you. Just in case you didn't know.
But I have undisputed proof. People threatening to look into my daughter's window. I got the videos.
Talk is cheap. Show us, Cecil. Show us the fucking evidence.
I didn't delete that shit. I'm not going to delete that shit.
Well, show us, Cecil. You seem to show us everything else.
Because I take that shit very seriously.
We don't. We know that everything that comes out of your mouth is just pure and utter bullshit. You should write books, Cecil. You know, fiction. Making up... You're great at making up stories. Then again, don't. Some of it's boring.
You bring up my daughter and her room and her windows in your video?
Do you know what I spotted in one of your videos, you saying where your daughter sleeps and what window it is. You fucking put that information out. You're a donkey. I mean, like, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? You told everybody what room your daughter sleeps in. I mean, like, fuck's sake. You're a liability to your own family, Cecil. But nobody's stalking your house. Stop talking shit.
Only reason why I watched it, Shredder, is because someone told me it was alarming and I needed to see it. It was evidence. So
It was a wind-up and you fell for it, Cecil.
I have undisputed evidence. I got screenshots of Shredder, RV, and Logan, all three together talking on a video. And Logan, why do you keep hiding your face every time you do a live stream about me?
Oh, fucking hell. He didn't show his face on the RV Shredder podcast because he was under 18 and they did get a permission from the parents for him to be on the video, but it wasn't appropriate to have him show his face on the video. Then again, he'd probably choose not to be on video, you know, for, a variety of reasons. There's reasons why I'm not on video. Because I'm just sitting here in my armchair relaxing and that. I don't want to be on camera today. It's my fucking choice, Cecil. You know, you fucking make videos and sometimes you don't be on camera. We don't fucking question that, like. You plum.
At least back then, when I had somebody send screenshots.
Jesus, I'm only 20 minutes into a 45
But I got a video that a local kid who keeps harassing me, who probably came on my porch, I got evidence of...
What probably isn't facts, Cecil. We want facts here.
devices y'all put in my mailbox, everything. I have my own folder, dude. I keep it all.
Jesus Christ, Cecil, you're 43 years old. Can you not cop yourself off? Jesus. Look, if you've had serious threats to your property, stalking and that, why don't you show us? You show us everything else, but you don't show us any of that shit, which makes me believe that you're just full of shit.
It's sad.
It is, it's very
People
sad.
can't just make videos. People can't just live in peace. You guys will never find me on a website or social media site trying to holler at a kid, dude. I'm not attracted to children. That is a lie. It's not true, and it's sickening, and it's not okay because I don't like to be called something I'm not. It's not fair, bro. It's not. It hurts me, bro. Yeah, it hurts me because I know that's not me.
But you know, if you're presently you're not doing that to kids, that's fair enough. But you did admit to doing things in the past, which you try to bury afterwards, and it just fucking looks bad for you. Why don't you just fucking face your responsibility and just fucking move on, man? Do you know? Instead of fucking dragging it out for years and years, and that doesn't help the fucking victims, like. So, I'm sure the victims want to fucking move on with their lives as well. But it's all plastered all over the internet because you have to keep fucking accusing them of being the instigators and stuff like that. Why don't you just fucking take responsibility and own up to fucking what you did and then just fucking move on with your life? So, and if you'd done that, I'd fucking leave you alone. So, I'm not fucking speaking for everybody, but I would just fucking move on because I just want to do other fucking things. I will delete all my videos on you that I can. I can't do it on the other channel that I lost access to, but all the videos on this channel, I'll wipe them clean. I'll fucking do something else.
I've been in some fucked up situations when I was a kid. And there's been situations where kids tried to put me in a bad situation and I went to the parent and put a stop to it right away.
That's another excuse which the video was edited. You wouldn't have to use that excuse if the video was edited, Cecil. We're not stupid. And you fucking blaming the kids for everything. It happened. Similar situations happened a number of times, and every time it was kids. They were the instigators. I mean, like, I don't know any 8-year-old that would approach an adult in that kind of way. There's no, and it happened more than once. That's a red flag for me, Cecil. Sorry, no, I don't believe you.
But I've never, ever was a predator towards a child in my life. Ever.
But what you put out on that confession video, that was you being a predator, Cecil. I don't know what your definition of a predator is, but that's what it is. Fucking hell. I don't want to keep arguing the same fucking thing. I've said my piece on it. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want this guy to fucking just own up and fucking take responsibilities for his actions so he can move, everybody can move on. Fucking hell.
I was a victim of little kids who must have been abused or learning something somewhere else.
But you keep fucking saying that. You keep saying that and it doesn't wash with me. It doesn't. You told your story in the confession video and then you said it was fucking, it was edited and stuff. And as I said earlier on, if it's edited, you should know where it's edited, but you won't fucking tell us. I don't understand that because you talk about every fucking thing else. Where's it edited, Cecil? I'm still fucking waiting, like.
Who tried to violate me. And I'm not blaming them because...
Yes, you are.
Who didn't know any better. But
yes, you are. Yes, you are. You fucking mocked them a number of times. Stop being a prick now. You fucking coward little weasel. You really piss me off. Fucking scumbag. Shh. How many more years are we going to go and fucking listen to this fucking crap? I don't want to listen to this shit anymore. I just want you to take responsibility for your fucking actions. Fucking 42, you're 3 years old. Jesus Christ.
I knew better, and I went to the parents.
No,
bro.
you didn't.
I did the right thing.
No, you did not.
I'm not a criminal. I am not a predator. A predator does not go to a parent and say, hey, this is what your kid tried to do. Put a stop to it.
The evidence doesn't show that, Cecil. You don't have... Anybody with half a brain fucking knows what the real fucking story is here. You trying to twist it doesn't fucking help matters. It just makes it worse. Fuck's sake. Do you think we're all fucking stupid, Cecil?
It's not a predator, bro. I'm sorry, no matter how you guys try to look at it, try to wing it, try to twist people's words, it's not what that is. That's someone doing the right thing.
What do you want? A fucking medal?
And it's basically a child putting herself in an alarming situation that can cause them to get hurt if they do that to the wrong person. There's one thing I teach kids. No. Don't touch me there. Ever. And you'll never catch me touching you there. Because it's no.
Yeah, that probably is the case now, but it wasn't when you were 15, 16 and 17, Cecil, when you lived with your aunt. That's where the problem was.
That is a sacred area. That is a big fucking no. Period. Any logical thinking, common sense grown up or teenager knows that. And as a parent, you teach your kids the difference between right and wrong and what's not appropriate.
I'm gonna need a second here. See, sir, I'm sick and fucking tired of you fucking accusing these kids. You know, you are a coward. I'm not gonna say anything more because I'll say something I'll fucking regret. I'm fucking really pissed off. You're a fucking coward. Fucking playing the victim, you fucking, standing in your kitchen there, I'm the victim. Fucking cop yourself on, you're 43 years old, for fuck's sake. Fucking nobody's buying this fucking shit.
You gotta teach your kids what is inappropriate touching and appropriate touching. Giving somebody a...
This is you trying to make yourself out to be the fucking righteous one. Stop, Cecil, for fuck's sake, I can see right through it. And it's actually giving me red flags that you're actually having to bring all this shit up.
High five is appropriate. Giving somebody a fist bump is appropriate. But grabbing them in a secluded place is not appropriate. And it's alarming and should be fucking looked into. Children are the most fragile and innocent creature on God's given earth.
Cecil, stop. Cecil, stop. I can see right through this shit. This guy's... The guy's fucking me off right now.
They are to be protected. Duh. They are to be taught to do the right thing and to live to be a good person. But you're not going to be able to tell that to most of these parents out here. Most of these parents don't even pay any attention to their children. They just let them do whatever they want. Like Logan. Like have kids before you're 18.
It's none of your business.
And I'm nobody to talk. I had my first kid at 18. I wasn't ready to have a kid. I didn't even live in my own house. I had unprotected sex. But I also had parents that didn't give a fuck about me. Or any of my brothers and sisters.
You know, I am sorry for the way that you were brought up. I mean, like, but this is, you know what I mean? It comes to a time, you know, in a person's life that you have to fucking face up to certain things. And you're not doing that. That's the problem, Cecil.
But I had logical common sense.
Where does that common sense actually go? Because you don't have any common sense anymore.
I guarantee you, anybody that's having kids while they're kids in the 2020s who don't have jobs or any way to take care or any means to take care of a child are not taking care of that kid by themselves. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, Mr. Logan had help.
That's his business. It's none of your business, and you shouldn't be putting out his personal stuff on the internet. See, that's you. That's the way you fucking attack. You get to them personally. You attack people personally. You know, the unspoken, you know, rule on YouTube is, you know, we can criticize each other, but when it gets personal, it just goes a bit too fucking far. You do it all the fucking time. That's why we don't like you.
Either him or the carrier of the child had help. Had help by the parents or legal guardian, whoever the hell they are. I don't know. I don't look into her.
Mind your own fucking business.
I don't look into him or anything. I'm just saying. I'm speaking in general.
Mind your fucking business.
I'm sure they didn't take care of that child. Bless that child's heart.
Mind your fucking business.
On their own. I guarantee it. I guarantee both of their parents helped. And I wish him and his baby and his fatherhood and her motherhood nothing but the best. I wish them all nothing but the best. But I became the bad guy for telling him and his girlfriend that it's not okay. That what are y'all going to do? You're going to ruin your schooling. You're going to ruin your life.
The question is, did you do it publicly or privately, Cecil? That's the fact.
Having kids that young? What type of adult congratulates a child for having a baby?
Oh, Jesus.
It makes me wonder about my haters. For agreeing with a teenager that I'm a bad guy for butting in his business. He was supposed to be my friend. Of course I butted in his business.
But the question
See,
is...
people that care about you, they don't tell you what you want to hear.
But yes, the thing is, did you do it publicly on YouTube or did you speak to him privately? That's the fucking thing, like.
They tell you what you need to hear.
I seem to remember too you had a fallout with a girlfriend and that, and there was a big fucking row there, like. I can't remember the fucking full details, but it was a bit fucked up as far as I can remember, like.
Well, people don't want to hear what they need to hear. And if you're the one to tell them, you're the bad guy. You're in the wrong. Because you're not going along with what they are delusionally thinking. I eventually gave up the rights to my firstborn. Because I knew she was in a better home than I can ever provide her. I knew that the foster mom would be able to give her everything she can ever dream and desire.
Well, you know, I'm sorry that you had to go through that. And, you know, I think you had struggles at the time. You know, I do empathize with you in some of these things and your, you know, the way you grew up and all the rest of it. But, you know, it comes to a time when you have to face responsibilities and do the fucking right thing. But you seem to avoid it all the time by blaming other people.
And she did. And my daughter turned out to be a straight A student, a gymnast who teaches gymnastics to children. My daughter turned out to be a Kentucky State police officer. Very successful young lady. Healthy, beautiful, awesome, smart, intellectual person. Would she have became the same thing if I raised her while I was 18 years old? Probably not. And although she won't talk to me yet, because I don't even think her foster parents even told her she was even adopted. But I caught her checking out a couple of my pictures and hitting like, and so she's kind of opening up a little bit.
This is one of the reasons where you have to be careful on fucking YouTube, Cecil. You are putting out all this stuff on YouTube and that, and you are hoping in the future that your daughter will contact you. She will see your videos on fucking YouTube and she'll run a fucking mile. And it's your fucking fault. You know, if you love your daughter and you want to have contact with her in the future, I wouldn't be doing this on YouTube. I wouldn't be fucking, you know, getting into these spats on YouTube. I'd take responsibility and move on. And you know, these standing in the kitchen fucking ranting and raving about fucking comments and everything, that is fucking off-putting. Your videos are off-putting. You know, if I was in her shoes, I'd run a mile. I'm just being fucking honest with you, like.
She's got nothing but all the time she wants to take. But until then, my heart and my arms are open for any of my children, including my son, whose picture is sitting right here in front of me. He was brainwashed from very, very young to believe that I didn't care about him because his mom gave a lying-ass pity party to her new husband. I don't know why. Oh, won't you be his daddy? His daddy don't care about him. Why are you lying? Won't you tell him the truth, man?
But, you know, I would take Cecil's version of events with a pinch of salt. But there you have your two kids that you hope in the future will contact you. You're not laying a very good foundation for that to happen, Cecil. You're actually going to drive them away by what you're doing here on YouTube.
Tell them that you avoided contacting me. And you even decided not to get me for child support on the simple fact that you didn't want me in his life. I never denied my son. And he's still welcome to be in my life now. And anything I can do for him, I will. Financially, morally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's my only son.
Do you think this video helps in any way? And any of the other videos that you do, ranting in your kitchen, do you think any of that helps? I'm just going to be honest with you, Cecil, it doesn't. It just makes things worse. You're not helping yourself at all. If you want to have contact in the future with those kids, you know, I'd stop fucking doing all this shit. You know, what's more important, YouTube or your kids? You know, you have to make that choice.
I made mistakes as a young man. I'm not perfect, but I'm not a bad person. I grew up rough. Really rough. Rougher than most. Very rough. I grew up in an area that is a murder environment. The day I left, I was walking with my son in the car seat while he was an infant. Right before I went and did my year for probation violation. And a bullet ricocheted and went right past my son's head. So I knew I needed to get the fuck out of there. Me and my brothers had to dodge bricks and fists just to walk to and from school. Until we joined them.
You know, I understand that growing up was hard and that, but you can't use that as a weapon to avoid taking responsibility now for what you've done in the past. That's the thing, Cecil. I mean, like, people would have more respect for you if you took responsibility and said, you know, I'm trying to be a better person. Instead, you just fucking you've attacked people personally online, called them names, made fun of their appearance, called women all sorts of flipping names. You seem to have a horrible, you know, this anger towards women and stuff. Your behaviour at present, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't help you in any way. It just fucking makes you out to be a horrible person. And you keep the ball rolling by making these fucking videos. All people want for you to do is take responsibility. You know? But you don't come across as a very nice person at all. You come on here, you want people to feel sorry for you and that. Yeah, I can empathise that your upbringing wasn't the best. It wasn't very good. You know, I'm lucky in that way that, you know, I didn't grow up like that. You know, I'm lucky that way. But you know, you're all you've got is now. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. But you keep dragging the past up, you know, with these kids and stuff, and you won't take any responsibility for that, and that's why you're in a hamster wheel just fucking running around in circles, like, and you're not helping yourself at all, like.
Till we fall back. Literally 100 young black men on the hill crowded together to jump me, to run me off the hill, because I borrowed a bicycle from a kid when I was a kid, and I brung him his bike back, but his big brother didn't like it. So the only way he can get over 50 people to jump me, he had to make up a lie.
It's either over 50 or 100, Cecil. You're not very good with numbers. But, you know, I get your story. Have you ever, I don't know, I'm just wondering, have you ever, you know, gone to counselling and work through some of these things, because think it might help, you know, and it might help you deal with some of the past things, you know, in present time, and help you deal with things in a better way than fucking going on YouTube and making things worse for yourself. That's me being fucking honest, like.
So I had to call the cops to get the cops to escort me off of City Heights. But I came back eventually. This is at the beginning of me living up there. I moved to Indiana around the O.J. Simpson trial. That's why I remember it. Moved to Indiana with my Uncle Buddy, rest in peace. My mom's brother. But it was a white supremacy neighborhood. There was one black family lived in the neighborhood and he'd get beat up every day. I didn't like it. My uncle was doing heroin with the owner of our house while there was no food in the fridge for me as a kid. I was in middle school. So I called the cops. Then my Uncle Charlie came and got me, took me home because my Uncle Buddy and my Aunt Lisa went on a trip to Florida and left me there with no food, no clean clothes, no running water, no electricity. Because they believed that I would have got beat up by the neighborhood bullies, being a boy, if I would have went with them to Florida. That was just their excuse to not pay for my way. So my Uncle Charlie came and picked me up, bought me a sandwich, and took me all the way back home. It was in Aurora, Indiana, on Highway 50. Very racist town. It's where I met my first witch. I remember standing on the roof. Well, I could tell you some horror stories living with my mom and her drunken husband. I remember going out on the roof with that witch. She told me to look around. I looked around, there was nothing there on that roof. There wasn't a leaf, a speck, or nothing. She went downstairs, and I went with her. Nobody went back up on the roof.
I've watched this video already, and this story's it's strange.
She did some type of seance, and she was putting red rose petals on the side of the candle. She closed her eyes, said some spell from some book, some old book she had. Told me to go back on the roof. She said there's a gift for you up there. I woke up on the roof, and there was a black charred rose that smelled like fire. Smoke was rolling off of it. Like some...
That's strange. You know, I'm very skeptical about these kind of things, but you know, I don't know.
Somebody burnt this rose, but the rose was not burned up. It was completely intact, but it was black. A black rose. Supposedly it was a gift from the gods or something. I've seen real magic. Mind you, this girl pricked her fingertips too. Did something with her blood, some herbals. Did some weird shit. Wrapped it up, taped it up, put it in a container. Put the burnt rose ashes inside of the envelope or whatever, or the jar, whatever. It was so long. It's over 25 years ago. So yeah, I've seen some shit, dude.
a lot of people explain a lot of these voodoo rituals and stuff, and I'm sort of skeptical. But you know, those that are telling the story, it's real to them, if you know what I mean. I don't know what to think of it, to be honest with you. You know.
It's just one little story. I can tell you all kinds of horror stories that would blow your mind, bro. I grew up rough, and I'm not looking for pity. My childhood built character. And I believe my true calling, my true hobby or passion on the side should be helping young kids that lead them down a good path.
But you see, you've had that opportunity to do that with your YouTube channel, and you're standing in your kitchen ranting about your haters. And to me, it's just a fucking waste of time because you keep arguing the same things when you could have turned your channel into something positive, and people would, pay attention. You know, provided that you take account of your responsibilities, you know, regarding what you caught up with on YouTube. If you cleared that, you would get respect from a lot of people that you turned your life around. But you don't seem to do that, you know.
Lead young troubled teens that were troubled like me, neglected and who feels unloved, that grow up angry. Lead them down a positive road. But you know what? I do that as much as I can. When I see young men and young women growing up without a dad, I know the effect that has on a child. They say every little girl needs a mom growing up and every little boy needs a dad growing up. No, every little boy and girl needs mom and dad growing up. More times than none, not every time, but more times than none, when a kid has both parents or a structured family home, they usually have better odds in life. But those parents have to care.
It's not to say that a single parent can't be a good parent, though. I mean, there's plenty of kids out there that grew up with one parent and they're fine. You know, they grow up knowing no different than that. And, you know, just because they're a single parent doesn't mean that they're a bad person or whatever, or a bad parent. Some single parents, brought their kids up and they're great kids, you know. You know, I don't know if you agree with me or not, maybe you do, I don't know.
Kids grow up taking examples from grown-ups. Kids want to be grown, so they learn from grown-ups. Even though me and my dad didn't have the best relationship, I always grew up wanting him to be proud of me. And when he told me he was proud of me, it made me feel good. It completed me. We don't always get along. He's not the easiest person to get along with. But I love my dad and I'll kill for him. And all I ever wanted from him was to make him proud, to be his son. That's it. I was a mommy's boy, but my mom had 5 kids to tend to. So I had to learn how to be a man the best way I could. We grew up in families where there was poverty, drugs, alcohol, neglect, and abuse. It was rough.
You know, again, you know, if we had gone through that kind of drama, we would have, you know, sought, you know, help from counsellors or something like that. I don't know if Cecil has considered that or you know, has gone through any of that. But you know, talking aloud with counsellors and professionals, it does help. You know, I had gone through some stuff myself, and going through some counselling did actually do a lot of help in overcoming certain things. You know.
But we had each other, we had the streets, we had our friends, we had gangs. And yes, we did experiment with cigarettes and alcohol and marijuana and all that little shit growing up. Growing up in the 90s in a broken home was one of the funnest things in the world. But it was also one of the most depressing things in the world. I was an angry young man most of my life. Once I learned how to manage my anger, I was now able to learn how to be a good person and to better and progress as a person. Yeah, my teeth are fucked up right now, but I have my health. I don't have any liver disease, lung disease. I don't have no disease, no STDs, no nothing, no health problems at 43 years old. But I was always athletically active with martial arts, playing basketball, walking a lot, busting a lot. I didn't get my license until 4 years ago.
So, you know, I mean, like, you didn't get your license till 4 years ago, and you know, I don't think any less of you for you know, learning to drive late in life. You know, I mean, like, at least you learned, at least you achieved that. You know, and you're proud of that. But you know, this YouTube thing, Cecil, it's a millstone around your neck. And you saying that you want to be a good person, you try to be a good person, you are a good person. Some of the names that you've called people over the fucking years doesn't show you in a very good light as a good person. You know, the way you attack people, you attack them personally, you go for the jugular, you make fun of their appearance. I mean, like, who are you to do that? I mean, you didn't mention your teeth there. My teeth are fucked up. But when your teeth weren't fucked up and mine was, you fucking made fun of my teeth. You know? And now your teeth are fucked up. The second time around when you attacked me, you didn't say anything about my teeth. You know? But you see, you want people to leave you alone, but you have to you have to try and treat people with respect and treat other people like you want to be treated. You treat people with the way you're treating them, you're getting that shit back, and you're whinging about it. But you're getting a dose of what you give to us. I don't know if you understand that, but that's what you get. You're getting what you give to us. You get it back, because we don't want it. You know? I am calming down.
Once I manage my anger and learn how not to be offended by every little thing said bad to me, and learn how to psychologically deal with people, and open up more and be more social, because I used to be a very closed off person to almost everybody, afraid to open up to anybody. Once I opened up, then I started to shine. I started to see that I can become as good of a person as I want to be as long as I work towards it. I got my DOT card now. I can drive commercial vehicles. I got my license. I didn't have that. I got free from drug addiction. I didn't think that was possible. I'm working for a trucking company. Do you think I ever thought that would be possible? I got my gun rights back. I'm no longer a convicted felon. I can vote. I registered to vote, by the way. Did you know that? Yeah, I did that the other day.
You know, these small steps are very good. I mean, like, they're your steps, you know, and I'm not going to trample on them. There's no fucking way I'm going to trample on them. To some people, they may be small things, but to others, they're big steps. There's things in my life that I'm incapable, you know, I find difficult to do. There are other people find easy to do. You know, I struggle too, like. You know, so I'm not going to fucking trample on those achievements. You know, I'm not. You know, but it's just all this. The way you treat people, Cecil, on YouTube. The way you treat other people. You said anger, you mentioned anger management. You get angry with comments and then you feel the need to come on and do live videos. Do you know, I think if you got angry with a comment and you sat on it for a while rather than pressing record and venting your frustrations, I think if you waited, the results might be different. As I said to a friend, you know, if I get angry straight away, I count to 10, and when I count to 10, my reaction is a lot less than if I reacted straight away, you know?
I do is work to take care of my family. And I like to do my hobbies on the side. And if I got time, I do some self-progression where I progress as a better person. That's all I am. People trying to prove I'm this monster is a waste of time. Because I'm not. And even if I was, you think I am the same person I used to be? Fuck no.
We're all different, you know, over the years we progress, we change and stuff. But at the end of the day, Cecil, if you'd brought up this confession, and it's been a millstone for you for the last 8 years, you know, I'm just being fucking honest. I mean, like, if you didn't come out with it in the first place, you could deal with it privately. But because you brought it out publicly, you now need to deal with it publicly and then deal with it privately. You know? And move on from this. But besides all that, the way you attack people is vicious. It's extremely vicious. And that encourages people to attack you. You keep the cycle going, and you've admitted you keep the fucking ball rolling. A partner says that you have a habit of pissing people off and keeping that ball rolling. At some stage it has to stop. Because this YouTube channel that you have here doesn't put you in a good light. It should be an embarrassment to you. You should be embarrassed by some of the things that you've said and the way you've acted towards other people. You put it out there publicly, like, do you know? Do you know? Once it goes out on the internet and people start, copying your videos and then they're reacting to your videos, it's out there. You can't take it back, like. Do you know? Especially when the spotlight's on you. Do you know? the spotlight's on you, and you keep doing the same thing. I don't understand it, Cecil. I really don't. Because every time you do these rants, you dig yourself into a bigger hole. You know, you keep the subject alive. You know, every time you come on and aggressively try to defend yourself without actually defending yourself in a proper way.
Especially when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Not perfect. Everybody makes mistakes.
I understand
It doesn't
that,
mean I'm a bad person. It definitely doesn't mean I deserve to be sitting in jail, because I didn't commit no crimes, bro.
Well, you know, I don't want... My aim is not to put you in jail, because I don't think it would change anything. You could still come out of jail and say, I'm innocent, I didn't do this, and the girl's done it, and all the rest of it. I don't think that would change anything. All I want is something fucking simple. Like, you know, when I was 15, 16, 17, I was babysitting, and these things happened, and, you know, I'm not proud of it or whatever, and I'm sorry for what I've done, but I've tried to change my life around. But I don't see that coming from you. That's the flipping problem, Cecil, you know?
Go after somebody who deserves it.
But Cecil, we can't. We're not going to take the ease off you until you take accountability for your own actions. Not only with the situations with the girls, but the accusations of serious crimes you put onto others, including myself. Do you know?
Where you guys beat me down, the more I build myself up.
But we're not the bad we're not the bad ones here. We're only trying to make you accountable for your actions. Do you know? You demonize the victims, and we're standing for the victims. You know, that's what we're fucking doing. Because you keep fucking, you keep blaming the victims, and you're the innocent one, you're the victim and stuff. It's not the case. It's not what you said in the original confession video, that you thought you would get sympathy for, and when you found out you didn't, you changed your story. That's what you done. It's plain for everyone to fucking see, like. And anybody that's fucking supporting Cecil doesn't actually know the whole story, doesn't know the history. They're only picking up on current events of Cecil standing in his kitchen playing the victim, and people are falling for it. There's a few people.
I'm in the process of getting my GED. That's next.
Good for you.
I'm going to accomplish all my goals the more y'all beat me up.
But you shouldn't be. It shouldn't be based on trying to prove us wrong or whatever. You should be just doing it for yourself. He's not going to
Peace.
All right.
Salute. Peace and love. Be kind to one another. It's your boy C Love, I'm out.
Well, at least you finished the video properly this time. Because sometimes he just turns the camera off and it just stops suddenly. So I had some mixed emotions there. I had a bit of anger, and then I mellowed out, you know, when he was talking about his childhood and stuff. I can't understand, you know, we all get some negative comments now and again, but Cecil seems to want to make it into some sort of content and that. And he wants to vent his frustrations and stuff, and at the moment he's doing it with Lyko and that, and I just... But the thing is these two kids and stuff, that he's hoping at some stage that they will eventually get in contact with him. he's done an awful lot of damage that makes it a possibility that that mightn't happen. And that's fucking sad, because he can deal with this, and he can deal with this in a responsible way, but he's not taking that responsibility. And the more he argues in this kind of way on YouTube, the more he makes a fool of himself, and the more likely that these kids that he wants to have back in his life, you know, they're going to see this stuff and they're going to say, there's a reason why I haven't been in contact with my dad in so long, and maybe it's a blessing or whatever. You know, it's fucking sad. He's not helping himself whatsoever, because those kids are going to run a mile when they see what's online, you know, with Cecil's videos and stuff. He's doing more damage than good. If it was me, I would say, fuck YouTube. These kids are more important, you know. But I'm going to go and do something useful now, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. I think Cecil's ramblings have increased lately. I did take a week off because I was on holidays and I didn't have internet. I choose not to because I have a Northern Ireland phone, and I would be charged more for roaming and that, so I just decided I'd just turn the phone off for the week. So I didn't have internet, I didn't have phone. A lot of people said that would not be a holiday for me. I need my phone. I didn't need the phone. There was so much to do. There was, you know, the beach, the dogs, all that kind of stuff. I didn't miss my phone at all. You know, so I'm just kind of catching up. I'm just back, just catching up and stuff, and nothing much has changed in the line of Cecil and that, but it's kind of increasing a bit. You know, but it's the same old, same old. I'm not going to argue over and back with the confession video. That's done and dusted. You know, it's up to him to take responsibility for it. I'm not going to argue that it's not edited and that, because you know, I've said it until I'm blue in the face kind of thing. We've all said it. We don't need to argue our case there, because, you know, we know what's what, you know. But it's kind of sad the way Cecil is dealing with things, and, you know, these kids that he wants back in his life, he's not helping himself at all, you know. You know, and then, you know, he's blaming us for doxing him and that. He doxed himself. He talks about too much of his personal life online. I used to do that in Facebook. A lot of people do that in Facebook. Do you know? I've seen a lot of my friends list of people venting their frustrations and stuff, and then talking too much about the personal life. I've learned not to do that. You know, I've learned to not use social media in that kind of way, to keep some sort of my life in a private kind of way. But I know more about Cecil than I know anybody else on YouTube, because he puts so much out there. He doesn't seem to have a filter. He doesn't seem to want something in, you know, to be private. As far as his guns, he sold his guns. There's a possibility he did. There's a possibility he's full of crap and they will turn up in a future video. You don't know with Cecil, because you can't trust him. Do you know? He's not a person that you can trust, because he's told so many lies. There's so many lies. Anyway, I'm going to go. I have other things to do. Talk to you soon. Bye.